Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. If you are new, my name is Brianna. I am a personal trainer, newly certified glute specialist, and weight management specialist. I'm also a content creator, and I am a former flight attendant. So that's what we're going to be getting into today. And while I'm going to be talking to you all about that, I am going to be doing my laundry. So grab some water and some snacks and sit on down. Let's go ahead and get into it. Good morning, guys. Future editing Brianna here. So, I am currently filming another vlog, but while I was editing the vlog you're watching now, I just realized that that clip I was looking for is not in my phone. I was going back and forth with the hassle of filming and then my phone saying that it's too much storage, so it stopped recording, and then freeing up storage, recording again, and it's still saying that my phone has too much storage. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll just delete everything and I'll start over. Turns out I deleted the wrong clip. So I am going to do my best to try to explain what has been going on up until you all see the next clip. So I'm just like, okay, everything has been going well so far, but at some point it was just becoming too much for me, as far as there was barely any support from my staff. It was only a few people that I could count on my hand who actually was helping and looking out for the flight attendants. And again, this is my experience. Somebody else, I can guarantee you, somebody else has had a way better experience than me. My experience, it just wasn't that great. So throughout this entire time, I had to commute from Cincy to Boston because that's where my base was. And I knew that I was going to be commuting anyway. I knew that anyway, so that wasn't going to bother me. Just as long as I was being put to work, I was going to be fine. But every time I would get there, again, I was still on reserve, so you have to work your way up in order to start getting a line and everything, so that way you can get to the point of you having a somewhat set schedule. But that could always change. I could have a line 1 month and then I could be on reserve the next. So it was fluctuating like that. I did get some trips. For a good amount of the time I was flying, but I was looking to fly more. They had so many restrictions on new flight attendants that, or if you weren't a new flight attendant, if you didn't complete certain programs or anything like that, you couldn't fly, what is it, transcontinental or transatlantic, one or the other, or both. And I was just stuck in flying domestic because I just started in the company, so I have to put some time in order for me to go ahead and take advantage of that program that allows me to fly transatlantic or transcontinental. And that was fine with me, but at the same time, it's just like, why do I have to have another program, be involved in another program in order to be qualified to fly those flights? From my understanding, we're only serving 3-course meals. I mean, yes, the flights are longer. You're going to be doing more work in the cabin, but why can't this be a learn as you go thing? Isn't this why we went to training? Isn't this why that we are qualified flight attendants? We're safety professionals, first of all. But at the same time, why is there so many stipulations? Why is there so many stipulations? Half the stuff, I felt it was very unnecessary and very unproductive. And this is not to bash the company or just talk bad about them. Again, this is my experience. So don't say that this is Brianna saying, oh, this company is terrible, this, that, and the third. No. This is my experience. I did not care for it. So don't go around spreading false rumors, okay? This is me talking, and I did not care for my experience at all. And it started to become, my experience started to become less and less fun. I wasn't enjoying it. I was getting to the point where I was dreading going to work. I was dreading going to work, and it just wasn't becoming fun. anymore because I knew that every time that I would go there, I was going to sit there and not be put to work. Now, when I'm on reserve, I have to be in base. I can't be at home. As far as my stable home, I can't be there. And because if I get called, I have to be either within 2 hours to go ahead and check in or be at the gate in 15 minutes. It just depends on what kind of reserve they put me on, what type of reserve, I should say, they put me on. It was either standby or it was home reserve. Home reserve is when they call you, but you have 2 hours to report. Standby is when you're at the airport in uniform, ready to go. So that way you can be at the gate within 15 minutes. And it was just really starting to weigh on me because I'm just sitting here in this uniform, not being put to work. I'm racking up money at the parking garage back home, and I'm not even making that back right now because I'm just sitting here in the airport waiting to get called for a trip or just waiting for my shift to start. So at that point, I was just mentally checking out, and I believe I'm going to be saying some of that in the clip that you are going to be seeing after this one. But it wasn't becoming fun anymore. I've made lifelong friends within working with them. I've made lifelong friends, still check on each other to this day just to see how everybody's doing. And that's the one thing that I can say, along with the customers that I've been interacting with on my flights. I flew to different places, and it was good. It was really good. I did enjoy that part, but it just wasn't fun. When I was in training and when I actually got in as far as just working with the company, I'm now an official employee, it just wasn't what I expected it to be. It was not. And I was disappointed. And so that's what was happening. I'll let you all go ahead and watch the rest of the clip. Okay, you all. So I am back. My phone cut off. But the thing is, I'm just like, okay, are we going to get used or are we not going to get used? I understand that across a good amount of the airlines, everybody is placed on reserve. All new hires are placed on reserve. You got to work your way up so that way you can go ahead and get a line. But my thing is this, if we are on reserve this entire time, maybe I thought about it wrong. Here's what I was thinking. I went from a regional to a main line. The main line, I'm thinking, okay, you all have bigger planes, you all are a bigger company, you have more ground to cover, meaning that you have more customers to serve, meaning that you need flight attendants to fly them, to fly those flights. Why are we still sitting in the crew room? And like I said before, some days I had to sleep in the crew room because the way that my schedule was played out, I was not able to go home because I had a long stretch. It was either a 3-day stretch or a 6-day stretch. So what am I doing? I am racking up money at the parking garage here in order to catch the flight out to Boston, and I'm just sitting there. If I'm going to be doing that, you all need to put me to work. And this is not me bashing the company or anything. This is my experience, and I didn't really care for it. I'm pretty sure somebody else has had a way different experience than me, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. And if it's working out in your favor, more power to you. And I am actually glad about that because you're getting what you want out of the company. I was not. And I can say that this past month, after all that crap has happened, I can say that this past month for me, this has been a lesson to help me to understand, to lean into God, to help grow my faith and my trust in Him, because He's the only person that can help me through anything. He knows who I am. He made me, so He already knows how I operate. He's the only person that can actually help me out and to help meet my needs. Because when I was look, you all, I was trying to figure out where, like, expenses, as far as monthly expenses, how are we going to get back on track with that? As far as meeting all of my deadlines, what about food? All of this stuff. How are we going to make sure that everything is still on track and consistent? So I'm just like, you know what, Jesus, you go ahead and handle that. God, you handle that, because I cannot do it anymore. Because if I continue to worry about it, I'm going to be in somebody's ER because I worry too much now that I'm sick. I don't have time for that. I really don't. And let me tell you, everything has been going well. Everything has been going well. This past month, I tell you, I didn't, for a good amount of time, I did not want to do anything. I have been slacking on my workouts. I did not want to work out. I just simply wanted to rest and to just wallow in my sorrows and feeling bad, because I needed my body to, I had to allow my body to feel what was happening. So that way I can actually feel what's going on, know what's going on, and to be okay with that. I needed my body to do that, because if I just went on about my day acting like everything is all great and fantastic, when in reality at that time it wasn't like how I would like it to be, I'm just only lying to myself. And on top of that, I'm gonna make myself sick. So I'm just like, you know what, I need to feel this. And I did my best to get myself out of that funk, which I did. I went outside, walked around. I even went to the park a couple times. Still did my side hustles and all that stuff, just to make sure I still have some income coming in on top of me doing my sessions with my clients and all that. But I'm just like, you know what, this isn't it. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go. And I can say that it was all right. I can say that, you know what, I'm actually here at home now, to where I am able to be in my bed instead of a nasty, stinky couch in a crew room where mice are everywhere and just running around. And they're not, and it wasn't even in the crew room alone. It was all over that airport. Okay, it was all over that airport. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't live like this. I cannot do this. Okay, I cannot do this. But I could say that everything has been going a lot better. Yesterday, I got some great news. And I'm like, you know what? I was happy the rest of the day, and I am happy now. Okay, I'm in a better headspace than when I was a month ago. And let me tell you all, it has been great. And to anybody who is still aspiring to be a flight attendant, I say go for it. Go for it. If you aspiring to be anything, whatever you want to do in life, or whatever career you want to hold, or careers you want to hold, I say continue to go for it. I'm still going to be a flight attendant. You will see me up in the skies, okay? I am not letting this pass me by, okay? With each job is going to have its pros and cons. There's pros and cons in the aviation industry. There's pros and cons in the construction industry. There's pros and cons with every job. But I can say that I enjoy being a flight attendant. I can say that it's a lot of fun. It's way different from my 9 to 5. And that is something that I can get with, honestly. Everything is, each day is spontaneous. Everything is spontaneous with them. And I like that it's not quote unquote structured, in a sense, as far as like the trips and everything. You may work 3 trips throughout that week. You may not work 1 week. You can probably work up to 6 days in the week, sporadic like that. And I like that. And on top of that, I met some real great people that I'm friends with to this day. And we just catch up and see how everybody's doing, how each other's doing and all that stuff. And if we have time, we go ahead, get together and hang out. And I can say that I've made some lifelong friends in this industry, and it's a lot of fun. And I got to connect with the customers as well. So that was always a great thing that I enjoyed. Just seeing what customers you're gonna be dealing with. And once you talk to them, half of these people own businesses, and half of them, they're just your average person just enjoying life. And that's completely fine, because I enjoyed every moment of it. And with all of that that's been happening, I can say that I'm fine. I didn't have a mental breakdown. I didn't have a mental breakdown all the way. I had a slight mental breakdown. Nothing too dramatic. But everything I can say that everything was okay. I'm all right. Nothing is detrimental. I am fine. I'm safe. I'm just finished working out today. I did something simple. I was not going to go ahead and do something extravagant or anything like that. But I can say that everything has been going pretty well. And new opportunities are unfolding. And I am taking action on those opportunities. I am taking action on that. And I can say that things are good. Things are good. We're just gonna, I don't know if this is gonna be a break for me as far as just not being a flight attendant for a while, but maybe it won't. We'll see. Maybe it won't. We'll just see what God has in store for me. So we'll see how all of that goes. And I can say again that this has been real good practice for me because y'all, that past month was a lot. It was a lot. And I was at a point, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I can do. I've exhausted all of my options. I'm over here trying to figure out what's the next move and all of that stuff. But everything is gonna be fine. Everything has been fine. And I can say that I'm happy where I'm at. Lots of people have been checking on me. Everybody just checks on me. My family, of course, they always check on me, making sure that everything is fine and all of that. And then I do the same with them, see how they're doing and all that stuff. And we're good. I can say that we're good. And this is maybe just turning a new chapter. And I think I'll be okay with that. I think I will be just fine with that. That's just really all that's been happening, you guys. The company and I had to go ahead and separate from each other, but that is okay. And again, that's not to bash the company or anything like that. It just wasn't serving me like how I thought it would. Nothing was coming about like how I needed it to come about. I wasn't getting anything from the company like I thought that I would get. And I just had to go. I mentally checked out, so we just had to go our separate ways. And that's totally fine. There's bigger and better for me, as always, because I'm always going to do my best to keep positivity flowing so that way I can go ahead and focus and do what I need to do. And that's just the mini life update right now, you guys. We are still going strong. Be More Fit is up and going, is improving all of the time. And everybody that has inquired of my services, shout out to you all. And we're just gonna keep moving from there. And I'm very excited to see where all of this goes and to just see where life takes me. So I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Hopefully you all understood everything that I was talking about. I know I may have switched up my sentences here and there, just trying to make everything connect from my brain and have it flow out my mouth so that way you all can understand. I really hope that you all did understand. Shout out to you all for the support. I noticed that my subscribers have been growing. Shout out to you all. You all are amazing. I really do appreciate the support. The love that you all keep showing, I really do appreciate it. I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. But until that time, peace out.